I'm going to be honest, this started as I was just going to comment on Ryker Road, Eric and Kyle's cave cast, but it became very, very long to put in a simple YouTube comment. So, in their most recent podcast that's available, there's a point where Eric says, what if all the good and the bad feelings are happening at the same time in an abusive relationship? And that's what Vessel's talking about. I want to piggyback off of that as kind of the spark of this tangent. So in Thread the Needle, of course, bury me inside this labyrinth maze, and then we can feel that time is dilated. And I think at least the trilogy, including the EPs, is all happening within time dilation of this supposed car accident and the aftermath. I believe the car crash happened. Vessel lost someone important to him. And I think when we're talking about the bad and the abusive and the concept of maybe cheating and things like that, we go to Granite, where he talks about, I was more than just somebody in the passenger seat. And he talks about, you only brought me here to get below me. I'd rather be 6 feet under than be lonely. If you had a problem, then you should have told me before you started getting all aggressive and controlling. I almost think that when they had that car crash, they were not well. They were not at a good place relationship-wise. And she passed away. And whether it's he was comatose or he was just in shock and disassociated after, whatever it was, I think Vessel has created sleep as a manifestation of her and the comforting portion, like part of death, if that makes sense. So almost the Take Me Back to Eden video, that entity starts very beautiful and then slowly becomes terrifying, a little bit scary. I think in the EPs, one, he is going through maybe near-death experience, and he feels the loving embrace of death, and that's this labyrinth, and all these beautiful things like the fields of elation and keep threading that needle and all those things. But as he is really living all the good and bad of his life with this person that died, two starts to happen. And you start to feel his anger and rage. And Nazareth, for example, like, let's say she cheated. That is his raw emotion of make her eat the tape in the bathroom mirror. Show her what a hollow point does to a naked body. Like, it's, it is him going through all these phases of loss. And then the way that you were. I've processed everything. And now I'm going to remember you the way that you were, right? And when we come out of the EPs, Vessel is now alive. Sundowning, not only having the imagery of like a hospital, sundowning patients and things like that, but also coming out of this sleep state and realizing how much pain and suffering real life has. And this longing that every time he goes back to sleep, he almost goes back to this comatose state where he was so close to death. And that's where we fracture, I believe, because not only is sleep a representation of this person he lost. So he has human feelings of anger and bitterness and love and devotion and pain and betrayal. But sleep is also death. It's that loving embrace of death that eluded him and is forcing him to stay here, to the point where at the end of sundowning, blood sport, I'll make loving you a blood sport. We know that that is right before an attempt of taking his own life. And then we come into Atlantic. Very poignantly, Atlantic gives us the sensation of we are instantly becoming submerged by this water, and we're going deeper and deeper and deeper through the album. This place will become your tomb is the world of the living. He is entombed and almost cursed to be alive. And I myself, I suffer from suicidal ideation, and I've been there. I've had an attempt. And there's always this pull in two directions, pulling you. I have to stay alive. I have to be here. I have people that need me. I have responsibilities, and I almost like I owe it to other people who have died that I have to stay here, but I don't want to be here. And then this pull to just be free, to feel peace, to feel nothing even. And that is the tomb. The tomb is this, almost imagine this space between. It's almost like a rock and a hard place. You're an immovable object, and you are entombed in wanting to be set free, but being forced to stay. And in that tomb, which a lot of times is your brain, he's just in the cycle of, I love her, I hate her, she's amazing, she hurt me, it doesn't matter that. All those things happened, the good and the bad, and then they're gone. There's no closure, there's no resolution. I didn't get to say I hate you, and I didn't get to say I love you ever again. It's gone. And that's where Missing Limbs comes in, is we're back into the darkness of, what did you do? You destroyed me. I can't move on because you're gone, and I can't be alive, and I can't be dead. You've got me in a chokehold, right? And so as we go through to Euclid, and a lot of people, we talk about Euclid. I think Euclid's the most perfect song ever written. Euclid is the flush of memories coming back to him. And we don't know. Is Euclid where he finally killed that person? You know, symbolically, did he finally let go of the person under the mask, and now Vessel is who he is, and sleep is his god, and that is death? But now, and I don't feel like this is a spoiler because you guys it's been out for a day. If you haven't listened to Emergence, you ain't a fan. But he talks about not only go ahead and wrap your arms around me, again, that embrace of death, but you could be the one that takes the pain away, that lets my mind go quiet. But even in Arcadia, is death eluding him? I don't know. I'm happy other people are on the sleep token journey, because this has been fucking me up since like Tomb. I was introduced to sleep token with Alkaline, and then Bloodsport, and then I got to experience Tomb as it was out, and then we got Take Me Back to Eden. It's a great addiction. Other people should get into it. The people who don't like it, okay, don't listen. But I don't know.